Hello YouTube, Mike 0 Kilo November Mike. So today I thought I would do a little project, and I have, as you can see on the screen, that is the 80-meter band for me, near enough all the time. So I thought I'd try something else. Now, hunting around on Tinterweb, and I came across this. So it's a page from, from Mike 0 Papa Zulu Tango, and it's a little antenna project. Now he's done an 80-meter doublet, so basically an 80-meter linear loaded doublet, known, as he says here, as the in USA as the Cobra antenna, because it snakes round like a cobra. Oh, it looks like a snake. Sorry, hold on. So he's done this total of 12 meters, and he's done 3 passovers there, there, and there to make a total of 12 meters. I don't have 12 meters. I have just short of 12 meters, should I say. So we should be able to get it in 10-11 meters of garden space. So what he's done here, he's used 300 ohm ladder line with a few little bits. We come down here. So this here was from the Ham Goodies website. So he's used this. This is for stress tension, and it would obviously come up here, and each part of the dipoles. He eventually changed it out for all of this. And this works on what he done before as a 40-meter dipole, linear loaded dipole. Now he done this one with a 1-to-1 current balance and fed with coax, and then PVC piping. So what I thought I would do, being as I have a 1-to-1 rod balance across the whole band, I suppose. You get these for about £30 on eBay. So what I thought about doing was I thought about using some of these, if that will focus in, as my tensioners. So if I do this one-handed, it's a bit, okay, we'll do this one. So the cable would go around this, and then onto there, and this would act as its tensioner. Now I know normally you would hang it up via this. Let me just, that's better. So I know you would normally hang it up via this, but we thought we'd do something else. Now if this works, I don't know. I was going to be doing it. Let me just come here. And it's going to be very difficult while I do this one-handed. So the idea was going to be something like this, yeah? So it goes round there like that, and it will tension up the cable. But that was more, that posed a lot of trouble doing it this way because of this. Getting the cable in and out, so the spacers stay where they are. So we've had to put that down to I'm using twin speaker cable, so just normal speaker cable, what they call figure of 8 speaker cable, I suppose, and I've split them apart just to use one cable of it, because the two seemed a bit much. I couldn't get it through the holes. One example I'll show you is here. So we have, well, we pass through, which is that one, the big hole is the pass through, and then it would go, so it would go through the first hole, back up through that hole, down through that hole, and then back out that hole. So it looks like it's straight, and it would make, what that says is when it looks up from up here, from this angle, it would look like the omega sign. So I've cut the cable already, and I've started to do the spacers. So there's going to be the top bit is going to be where it can be strung up by, and then the cable will go through 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4th. Not sure yet whether I'll go for a 4th and a 5th to make it shorter. I don't know whether this is going to work. It'll be pretty good to find out. My main thing was to have a balanced antenna and hopefully bring down that noise if I can. So I'm gonna carry on with the elements and the spacers, and we'll be back and I'll show you what we have. So this is what we got so far. These have now been crimped and soldered, and then a bit of heat shrink on it. These are now tied in, so this is what I mean by it will be for tension. Yeah, hopefully this works and it doesn't, like the metal work doesn't cause anything. It shouldn't do, but I'm hoping it to be okay. If it doesn't work properly, then we'll change this out for something else, but we'll see how we go. So that is how we've got it in a moment, and then I'll put the spacers on the elements, and I think they're roughly a meter apart. I think they are, the spacers. So to get it, and that's for 12 meters. So if I do 5, and we'll see how we go, and then we'll have a little check. So I'll be back in a minute and show you that. So this is it strung up now at the moment. It's only at floor level at the moment, just to do the, but here we got obviously the 1-to-1 current balun. It then goes that way 4 meters and that way 4 meters to fit it in the space. I did do it 5.5 meters, I think I did, but when I strung it up, it was drooping too much, and I'd obviously messed up the calculations, so I reduced it down to 4 meters a leg, and there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pass through, so it goes that way and then back on itself, comes down and back on itself, same the other end, and then from the end spacer there to the end spacer there, it is just over 8 meters long, and then tied off by a bungee here. I have measured it on an analyzer as it is here, and it says it's resonant at 6.8 megahertz, so which tells me then I have to add some more wire to it. I'm going to put it in the air and then test it and see what we get from there, but if I have to, then I'm going to have to solder some wire onto here and come round and down here a little bit more. It says I need to add 800 and something centimeters, but that could be just because of where it is. Say the ladder down there may be interfering, the ladder up there may be interfering, so we'll get it in free space and we'll have a look. So I'll stick it up and we'll come back and have a look. Right, so I've finished the antenna. Not so much finished it, but I finished it for the time being. Now, in the previous part of the video, I showed you it with 4, I think, passes. It snaked around 3 or 4 times. It had approximately, so I'd done 18 meters in the beginning. This is for 80 meters, by the way. So my mistake on that part, because I was following, I didn't quite know why I didn't twig onto it before, but the one that I was looking at was it was for America, I think it was, which is the 75 meter band, which is 3.8 to 4, which is the reason why I think he had 18 meters. Me not remembering that we're different on that part, I cut it for 18 meters. After I put it all together, found out via a calculator, I actually used DX Commander's calculator. I know it's not going to be the exact same, or what I now know wouldn't be the exact same, should I say. So this has been a very big learning curve for me. So I've done 18 meters. It said that I needed another 8 meters more. I thought that can't be right, because that would take me up to about 26 meters, 27 meters, which is over the 20 meters per leg for 80 meters for a an 80 meter quarter wave. So I'm, carried on and stuck another 8 meters on. So what I did was I cut the 2 ends, spliced them together, soldered the wires, and then heat shrinked them. So then I strung them wires through. Because I'd stuck another 8 meters on, I had to rebuild the spacers, rather than do, what was it, 5, 10, 50, 50, 100, 150, 200. Yeah, I think I've done it about 200, 250 mils long. I had to make them longer. So I made them longer, and I was able to get 8 pass-throughs in and out, 9 at a push. So I put the extra 8 meters on and strung it all through, rebuilt it all, and strung it back up. It was again, the resonant frequency again was too high. It was sat at 5 megahertz, 6 megahertz, something like that, which I needed to add more cable to it. So at this point I was asking on some Facebook groups that I'm with, to find out that because I'm making folds, basically they're being folded round on multiple occasions, it is most probably adding capacitance, sorry, and therefore more cable will be needed, because at this point it then said that I wanted another 5 meters per leg. So And when I added the 8 meters beforehand, it then told me I needed I added 8 meters, and it told me I needed to add another 4 meters. So even though I added 8, it only took that down by half. So I sat there and thought, well, if it's asking for 5 meters, I'm going to add 10 meters of cable, because I'm folding it back round, causing capacitance, and therefore I need it longer than 5 meters. So I've done 2 extra legs. I put an extra bit, 10 meters on each leg, and it became resonant. I've now got it resonant at 3.7, but I'm just gonna, because I'm supposed to do today or tonight, I'm supposed to do a contest, the FT4 contest. Now it's going to be quite difficult to do the FT4 contest. Well, I mean, this will be its first test, because I've tried to test it already, and I've not really got a good bit to test it on. So let me just sort this out, and then so we'll show you on the analyzer. So so it says 3.679, so 3.68, so nearly at 3.7. That's where it's resonant, but then it goes up quite a lot. So we're at 2.4 at 3.75, and at the end of the band, so we'll say there, because it's 3.8 something, isn't it? So there, so it's 3.4, which is not very good. And then the other way, so down by the FT4 end, FT8, 3.5, which is not very good. From where the contest would start, like the SSB contest would start, 2.6. So the dip is very sharp. And then if I go, so it's not resonant at all on 7 megahertz. Where are we here? So not at all, but then it dips about 8. Right, that's a very sharp dip there. And then, well, we need 14. See, now it's not brilliant again. Obviously I've only made it for the 80 meter band, but so we do get a dip at 14.225 ish. It's not, like I said, it's not the best, but also the SWR does jump around a little bit with the wind. With the blowing around in the wind. So when I made the extra 10 meters, I ran it through as much as I could, so it's now got about 8 or 9 pass-throughs, and then it drops off for about 2.5 meters to 3 meters off the other end on both sides. So which will go out, and I'll show you just a quick view of that now. So right there is one end, and as you can see here, it drops down to here, and then there's some short cord going down here, and it comes across here to the other end of the garden. Let's see if we can zoom in a bit. And again, get my fat finger out of the way. As you can see, it drops down here as well. And there's the current balun in the middle, and the drop down there, yeah. So if we come out a bit more, you can basically see it just there, and it's there. So as you can see, it is up, but I can't test it yet. Tonight's contest is going to be basically his first test. It's not ideal. It's not the noise on it. It might be lower. Sorry, hold on. I'll just do this two-handed. Right. So as you can see here, the noise level is about an S6, maybe S7. This is down, way down, not where it's resonant. This is on the FT4 band, I think it is. It is actually resonant, what did I say, 6, roughly here. Take that out. Yeah, so there we go. So yeah, an S6, S7 on the noise. Now it might have brought it down a little bit. I'm pretty sure I used to get S9 preamps on S9. So it might have brought it down a little bit. I'm not actually sure. Real world test, I suppose, would be better. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to continue playing about with the aerial. I need to maybe 2.0 it, refine it, maybe rebuild it, refine it with some different cable, because working with the speaker cable, which I've got just a little bit of it here. If I come out here, yeah. So working with the speaker cable, it is pretty. So as you can see, this is what I've done for the joins, and in there they're soldered together. So yeah, with the speaker cable, it was quite difficult to work with. So maybe some thinner cable might have been better. Maybe we'll, yeah, you know, version 2.0 might be a bit better, better built. I'm trying to get basically an 80-meter band, an 80-meter aerial in the small garden that I've got. The end-fed half-wave posed a lot of problem, and was quite noisy. I'm pretty sure it was a lot noisier than this. I'm sure it was. I suppose past videos that I've done would show anyway. So I'm trying to get on the 80-meter band so I can do my contests, but with an aerial that, or an antenna that will fit my garden. Now my garden's only about 8 meters front to back. That is fitted into the 8 meters roughly, but it sags a little. It only sags because of my the mount that I've got it on. Sorry, was interrupted. My daughter come in. So yeah, tonight's contest is going to be the one that will see if it's any good, how it's working. It will also see if the live stream will go out, but we'll have a look. So watch maybe for the FT4 contest that comes tonight, and we'll have a look on what's going on. So I'll also do follow-up videos of the aerial, of the dipole when I'm able to do it. When I get round to you know, refining it, I'll make some updates on the video. So thanks for watching. Like, subscribe and comment, and all the other ways, and if you're on the stream tonight, we'll see you tonight. Bye for now.